My presentation is about Uncle Young, who is an Aboriginal elder of the stolen generations. I clicked on the video of Uncle Young's story with a mix of curiosity and uncertainty. My exposure to Indigenous narratives is very limited, and my understanding of their history was lacking. Learning about First Nations peoples has been a challenge, but I've come to realize that if I don't consciously make an effort to learn, I won't understand their perspectives or effectively teach children about their culture. This applies to all cultures and families, as each and every one is unique. This assessment has inspired me to seek out more stories from First Nations peoples and to advocate for them in my role as an early childhood educator. According to Rinaldi in 2011, listening is generated by curiosity, desire, doubt, and uncertainty. When I first watched this story, I struggled to understand Uncle Young's message. Lacking background knowledge, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I had to replay the video several times to understand the main points. I made an effort to listen with an open mind and without judgment. I took the time to fully concentrate and eliminate distractions. As Rinaldi also stated, listening takes time. When Young introduced himself as number 24, I was confused about what the number 24 meant. He explained that at Kinchala Boy's home, his identity and culture were taken away, and he was referred to only as number 24. This felt reminiscent of prison, even though he hadn't committed any crime. As I continued to listen to him, I was continually shocked by the way he was treated. I couldn't stop thinking how scared he must have felt as a child without his parents to protect him. This realization broke my heart. I began to connect his experiences with those of Indigenous children and families affected by the stolen generations. I can relate my sad emotions from his story to what Renati said. Listening is emotion. It is generated by emotions. It is influenced by the emotions of others. And it stimulates emotions. I could see his teary eyes and shaky voice as he shared his story, and I felt my own eyes getting teary in response. He continued by revealing that 5 members of his family was kidnapped. He was told that his parents had passed away when they were still alive and living nearby. When he finally met his mother at 18, he couldn't recognize her. Hearing this was really heartbreaking, and I found myself crying alongside him. As it reminded me of my own parents back in Korea, it pains me to be far away from them. Rinaldi emphasizes that listening should be open and sensitive, and not just with our ears. After listening to his story, I felt a strong responsibility as an early childhood professional to advocate for those who have experienced such injustices. It's crucial to acknowledge that the way they were treated in the past was wrong. Until Young's story highlighted the profound impact of deep listening, which has motivated me to take action. Listening is an essential skill for early childhood educators, as it helps foster positive relationships, understand identity and culture, acknowledge children and families with needs, create a sense of belonging, and advocate for inclusive practices. Deep listening is key to achieving these goals. As Pat Joel emphasizes, early childhood professionals must have the ability to listen so that children's voice can be heard and valued. Joel 2017. This applies to all stakeholders in our services. I believe it is vital to get them involved in decision making in our programs and include everyone's ideas and perspectives. I will apply this experience when communicating with children and families by approaching them with an open mind and empathy, free from judgment. By learning the names and cultures of children and families in my service, I will strive to embrace everyone's values. This will help foster a sense of belonging and create an inclusive environment for all. Although early childhood education settings are often busy and time limited, this assessment has highlighted the importance of making the time to genuinely listen to children and families. By listening with care and empathy, I can build trusting relationships that enable us to work together in partnerships for the best outcomes for the children and to create an inclusive environment. Thanks for listening.